That the current state of AI and ML is actually something that's really important for everybody working in cybersecurity and anything related to IT right now. And what I really want people to take away is that there's actually just math behind it, and it's all in fact understandable. Is, first of all, that you can actually train your own deep neural network with your own data, with minimal setup and minimal computational capability, at least at first. The second one, and this is something that I've sort of derived from a McKinsey article from a couple of years ago, is that there are basically three categories of people with regard to AI. There are takers, just take the stuff that's already out there. There are shapers, which is you take a thing that somebody else is building and maintaining, you kind of make it work for you. And then there are makers. And my stance on that is it's really the makers who control their own destiny. First of all, experts are notoriously bad at predictions. And 1 to 3 years is actually a potential for a bunch of change. So the way that I think about this is the Gartner hype cycle. And I think the next 1 to 2 years are really the trough of disillusionment in ML. And it's unfortunate because this technology has tremendous promise. And in fact, if you look at the SOC survey that I wrote from last year, the 2024 SOC survey, the AI ML technologies that I referenced were at the very bottom of satisfaction of technologies for people in cybersecurity. So some sort of survey data point in time picture of what people are upset about. And it's not that there's anything wrong with AI or ML or the products that are out there per se. It's that I think people have a miscomprehension on how they should and could most effectively deploy these tools. And so the next couple of years, I see some frustration, but I also see something coming out the other side where we have real tactical, useful tools. And some of that goes back to my previous answer is if you're in that movement of using things, you will be able to control your own destiny and not be subject to other people deciding what those tools are actually going to look like. Don't be afraid of the risks. What you need to do is understand what the risks are. Embrace that all action entails risk. All action entails risk. And the most effective people who are able to actually manage risk are ones who are willing to actually take risk. Now, the autoencoder is something, the variational autoencoder is something that's been around for a decade. The paper that really documented this is something that was, I think, 2012 was when this was written. And this has become what the LLM is today. And unfortunately, I think a lot of people are afraid of it because they simply don't understand what it's doing, number one. And number two, they actually don't understand how to operationalize and implement the technologies that are in place. Not because of the technology, but it's because organizations are not especially good at operationalizing and implementing anything, as it turns out. And so what I want people to think about is, are you trying to use this for hunting? You're trying to use it to engineer some detection or develop better reporting or engage your constituents and stakeholders? Or are you actually trying to enhance your workflow using machine learning? And all of those are things you could potentially do. But if you don't understand why the technology works, how it works, and what good use scenarios are of deployment, you're going to take the wrong thing and try to put it in place. It's not going to work, and then you're going to block it because you don't know how to actually constrain it going forward. This is a problem, and it is going to make people avoid taking risks where they could be sampling and attempting and using based on data that they have available. And I'm really hoping to help people to get over that fear and uncertainty and self-doubt and actually start to use the tools of that.